Hi everyone, my name's Riley. I'm in the environmentalist group, and I've decided to argue that the sand pits are bad due to the effects on the hydrogeology and water systems in Canada. Just a quick background on the Alberta oil sands. It's sand that's surrounded by bitumen, and bitumen is what they refine into the oil, but to separate the bitumen from the sand, they have to add heated water or heat it up so that the viscosity of this bitumen is enough to separate it from the sand. After they've done this process of separating the bitumen from the sand, they basically take this water and they dump it into large basins called tailing ponds, and tailing ponds are my first major point. So these tailing ponds are full of toxic water, and floating on top is kind of a layer of excess oil that they weren't able to extract. So they're super dangerous to wildlife and just birds, plants, everything. These large oil companies have done whatever they can to stop it from leaking into, rivers and groundwater, but they haven't fully been successful. They attempt using scarecrows and cannons to ward off birds. Unfortunately, these tailing ponds have almost tripled in size since 2005, which is a huge deal, and they are projected to grow another 40% in the next 20 years, which is just even worse for the environment. Many attempts have been made to restore these tailing ponds to natural wildlife, forests, ponds, anything they can, but they haven't always been successful. For example, in 2008, about 1,600 ducks died in these newly reclaimed wildlife area because stuff was seeping up from underneath. They tried to cover it up, but it didn't work, and wildlife is dying. It's not good. My other main topic is the groundwater, and this ties back into tailing ponds. According to Globe and Mail, federal studies are starting to show that these toxins from mining are starting to leak into groundwater. Studies have shown that about 6.5 million liters of water are leaking into the ground per day from these tailing ponds. And also, a group of industry scientists took 20 samples from about 1 kilometer away from these mining sites and tailing ponds, and they took another 7 samples from within 200 meters of these sites. What they found is that a family of acids called naphthenic acids were found in all of these water samples, but in the water samples taken from closer to the mining sites, the chemical structure of this acid was much more similar to that of the acid found in the tailing ponds. If these leakages continue, all of our groundwater will be toxic, and that means all of our freshwater will eventually be toxic. So what's more important to us? Having oil to maintain our privileged lifestyle, or having water, a basic human need?